Okay, part 31 is another end stop. So we clip that into place, like we have done before. Try to, like so. And then the end gets fed through this butthole. Like that. And the motor that was done in the previous video. We screwed in like so. That's one. Two. They should go in easy now. That's three. And that's four. So that's the Z-axis motor complete. Okay, so here we have part 32, the threaded bar, and that just slots on here, like so. That goes in the motor coupler. So now we just tighten a couple of grub screws up on the threaded bar. And that's that, done. Part 32. Okay, so here we have parts 33 and 34. This is the heater plate assembly. As you can probably see, I've added the grub screws already because they're a pain to do on camera. So let's begin. Right, so place them through there like so. Like that. Put the springs on top. Like that. And then turn it around. I'm just looking. So that just sits on the assembly like that. Very awkwardly screw these in. Okay, so try it a different way. So press that down, like that. like that. So, it says we should leave a small gap, so I would assume between that. There. Oops. So that's that part done. Okay, so now that that's done, we go back to this, take this cover off, and screw it down anyway. So, make sure the wires don't go everywhere. That's 3. So I'll just take that, put that to one side. And then the heater block goes here. So, one screw in there. Like that. And screw in there. Like that. And that's part 34 and 33. Okay, so here we have parts 35 and 36. As you can see, I've put the wrap around the wires, mainly because it's a pain in the bum. So that gets inserted into the heater block, which doesn't quite fit. So I shall remove these 2 screws. Insert the heater element and the sensor. Move the wires out of the way. Screw it back down. And then put the wires in this clip. And screw that down, like so. And there we have it. That's the next part done. Okay, so for part 37 we have the heater cables holder and the 10 wire ribbon cable. I think it's 10 wires here. Next we need this beast back. So this gets slid into the top. That. Which you may have a bit of trouble getting in. Or maybe it's just me. Maybe it needs a bit of help. Cut my nice desk up. So we try again. Goes in like so. Goes in like so. Goes in like that. Stops there. Right. Now we have to feed the temperature sensor cables in through this funky shape. Like so. It's a bit finicky, and that comes out like that. And same again with the next ones. There's a bit thicker cable, so it could be a bit more awkward. I'm sorry if I'm doing it off camera or something, but air freshener again. Nearly got it. Just very, very awkward. And one's come out, of course. Probably shouldn't do this way, but that works. That works. That works. Like that. And come out yet again. And it should look like that eventually. Okay, so for the next part of this build, cable tie those cables. That. Take these ones from the Y limit switch, or Y axis limit switch I should say. Place them into there. cable tie them somehow. Like so. So they will look nice and neat. And then trim off the excess. Like that. Okay, let's remove the ribbon cable out of the way. Okay, so in the meantime, while I've done that, I just put some cable ties on to hold all the wires in. So the next part will be attaching it to this. Which will be very awkward. Cable slot in there. That screws down like that. Air freshener again. That screws down like that. And that's that part done with. So then replace the cover. Use these 3 screws. So that'll be on this end. Turn that around. And that one. And this one here. On the side. Okay, so then we just test that that moves all the way. Bit stiff, but it works. Okay. The cables hanging out. And get the ribbon cable next. And for the heat sensor wires, which are white, is the brown and red. For the heater cables, it's the other 8. And just clip on like so. And there we have it. Part 37 done. Okay, so now we have part 38, which is the actual heater plate, build plate, I mean. So next we just fit these 2 small retaining clips. One on each side. Oops. I'll try to without dropping anything. That damn air freshener. Curses. And the second one. And of course the screw jumps out of my hand. And get screwed in like so. So there we have the retaining clips on the build plate, and that's part 38. Okay, so for part 39 we have the top build plate, this wonderfully awkward looking spring clip, and an assortment of screws. Okay, so we now attach that to this thing. So that gets screwed in like that. One. That's two. So just move that out of the way, because we need this back. And that gets mounted on here. Using these 4 screws. Like so. And like that. And next, we add this. So that literally just goes like that. Open the spring clip, and that's held in like that. And that's part. Okay, so before I begin with part 40, I'm going to be using some of this silicone grease to grease up all those rods, ladies. I'm using silicone grease for the main reason it doesn't degrade plastic like normal WD-40 would. So it goes everywhere. Okay, see how well that glows now. And these ones, of course, although I won't be able to move that just yet. For the main reason, we've got to test the Z end stops, or the Z axis I should say, and also apply some grease to the threaded rod all over. To ensure maximum greasiness. Make sure it's all moving nice. And there we go. We don't want it to run dry. So next will be part 40. Okay, so next we shall be fitting this into here. It'll prove quite dodgy. Move that down. Get it all lined up. We'll loosely get these screws in. Sorry if my hands are in the way. Line it up. Tighten all the screws up afterwards. I made a boo-boo. air freshener again. Oops, coming off. Oh, this is fiddly. Right, so that's that tightened. So now we can go about tightening these other ones. Like so. And there we have part 40 all complete.